that. We're taking that right there.
Man, I used to play the trap spot, propped on the block like I was part of the backdrop. Now it's scale, props, effects, and backdrops. The right lighting, you never catch me biting. Say you make it look so real when you pose the figures fighting. I caught lightning, stuck it in the detour, replicate book cut out to shoot a show. Oh, you ain't know? Yo, everybody know me. I made nerds cool nerd like my man Zoe. Took the everyday display, gave it a spark. Welcome to articulated comic book art.
Yo, what's up, girls and boys? It's time to make some noise. Cause I'm back and I'm on this track now. Let's talk about some plastic toys. You can bet I pose them all. Legends to Dragon Balls, Batman and Kaijus and Kamen Riders. I collect them all. Gotta make sure your posing's tight though. Make sure your lighting's right, yo. Keep it contained because you train for this your entire life, bro. So please don't adjust your TV. This is your host, Moncheesy. Sit back and relax and learn this fact. Posing ain't easy.
Yeah. Shutter. Yeah. Man, I got toys mint on card. Yeah. Toys out of the box. Man, I got toys in my detour. Yeah. Catch me at the toy shops. 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 Man, I got toys mint on card. Toys out of the box. Man, I got toys in my detour. Catch me at the toy shop. This ain't for no scalper. You a scalper? Then fuck out shit. This one's for them real collectors. That's army building and posing figures. Marvel Legends, imports, mini matey, I'm fucking with them. Hype beasts, we know about you. Stay buying figs, don't know about them. Boog nice, my nigga. A.C.B.A been popping lately off top. My nigga, they cut out game be too amazing. MUs, my nigga, that's that shit that don't amaze me. This was for my niggas, that's really about they legends. Shouts out to Savage Poop, my niggas out in Texas. I don't fuck with no scalper. Nigga, fuck what you selling. I'm all up in the toy aisle. I'm kicking kids, I'm reckless. My nigga built Maruby on that Google chat straight flexing. Look, I pop the package, I smell it. Pop the package, I smell it. Me and my nigga Tiny at the toy fair straight spinning. They asked you for that Deadpool and he ain't asked no questions. We too fly, I know this. Let me give your ass a checklist. Got the Giant Man, got that Ares, that Cable bruh, it's nothing. I get the Blue Wasp, Silver Luke Cage, that Dragon Man, then I'm stunning. And this song for them fuck niggas that's hating on your collection. Yeah, they talking all that shit, but it's A.C.B.A, we reppin'. Man, I got toys mint on card. Toys out of the box. Man, I got toys in my detour. Catch me at the toy shops. 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 Man, I got toys mint on card. Toys out of the box. Man, I got toys in my detour. Catch me at the toy shops. I'll take that. We're taking that right there.
Man, I used to play the trap spot, propped on the block like I was part of the backdrop. Now it's scale, props, effects, and backdrops. The right lighting, you never catch me biting. Say you make it look so real when you pose the figures fighting. I caught lightning, stuck it in the detour. Replicate epic scenes from the Creed War. Compose pieces with artists that span the globe. Fearsome foes, Spidey in the picture perfect pose. Insert the comic book cut out to shoot a show. Oh, you ain't know? Yo, everybody know me. I made nerds cool, cool nerd like my man Zobi. Took the everyday display, gave it a spark. Welcome to articulated comic book art. Book art, 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 book art,
Yo, what's up, girls and boys? It's time to make some noise. Cause I'm back and I'm on this track now. Let's talk about some plastic toys. You can bet I pose them all. Legends to Dragon Balls, Batman and Kaijus and Common Riders. I collect them all. Gotta make sure your posing's tight though. Make sure your lighting's right yo. Keep it contained because you train for this your entire life, bro. So please don't adjust your TV. This is your host, Moncheesy. Sit back and relax and learn this fact. Posing ain't easy.
Yeah. Shutter. Yeah. Man, I got toys mint on card. Toys out of the box. Man, I got toys in my detox. Catch me at the toy shop. Catch me at the toy shops. 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 Man, I got toys mint on card. Toys out of the box. Man, I got toys in my detox. Catch me at the toy shop. This ain't for no scalper. You a scalper? Then fuck out shit. This one's for them real collectors. That's army building and posing figures. Marvel Legends, imports, mini matey, I'm fucking with them. Hype beasts, we know about you. Stay buying figs, don't know about them. Boog nice, my nigga. A.C.B.A. been popping lately off top. My nigga, they cut out game be too amazing. MUs, my nigga. That's that shit that don't amaze me. This was for my niggas. That's really about they legends. Shouts out to Savage Poop, my niggas out in Texas. I don't fuck with no scalper. Nigga, fuck what you selling. I'm all up in the toy aisle. I'm kicking kids, I'm reckless. My nigga Bill Maruby on that Google chat straight flexing. Look, I pop the package, I smell it. Pop the package, I smell it. Me and my nigga Tiny at the toy fair straight spinning. They asked you for that Deadpool and he ain't asked no questions. We too fly, I know this. Let me give your ass a checklist. Got the Giant Man, got that Ares, that Cable bruh, it's nothing. I get the Blue Wire, Silver Luke Cage, that Dragon Man, and I'm stunning. And this song for them fuck niggas that's hating on your collection. Yeah, they talking all that shit, but it's A.C.B.A, we reppin'. Man, I got toys mint on card. Toys out of the box. Man, I got toys in my detox. Catch me at the toy shops. 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 Man, I got toys mint on card. Toys out of the box. Man, I got toys in my detox. Catch me at the toy shops. I'll take that. We're taking that right there.
Man, I used to play the trap spot, propped on the block like I was part of the backdrop. Now it's scale, props, effects, and backdrops. The right lighting, you never catch me biting. Say you make it look so real when you pose the figures fighting. I caught lightning, stuck it in the detour. Replicate epic scenes from the Creed War. Compose pieces with artists that span the globe. Fearsome foes, Spidey in the picture-perfect pose. Insert the comic book cutout to shoot a show. Oh, you ain't know? Yo, everybody know me. I made nerds cool, cool nerd like my man Zobi. Took the everyday display, gave it a spark. Welcome to articulated comic book art. Book art, 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 book art.
Yo, what's up, girls and boys? It's time to make some noise. Cause I'm back and I'm on this track now. Let's talk about some plastic toys. You can bet I pose them all. Legends to Dragon Balls, Batman and Kaijus and Kamen Riders. I collect them all. Gotta make sure your posing's tight though. Make sure your lighting's right yo. Keep it contained because you train for this your entire life, bro. So please don't adjust your TV. This is your host, Moncheesy. Sit back and relax and learn this fact. Posing ain't easy.
Yeah. Shutter. Yeah. Man, I got toys mint on card. Toys out of the box. Man, I got toys in my detox. Catch me at the toy shop. Catch me at the toy shops. 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 Man, I got toys mint on card. Toys out of the box. Man, I got toys in my detox. Catch me at the toy shop. This ain't for no scalper. You a scalper? Then fuck out shit. This one's for them real collectors. That's army building and posing figures. Marvel Legends, imports, mini matey I'm fucking with them. Hype beasts we know about you. Stay buying figs, don't know about them. Boog nice, my nigga. A.C.B.A been popping lately off top. My nigga, they cut out game be too amazing. MUs, my nigga. That's that shit that don't amaze me. This was for my niggas. That's really about they legends. Shouts out to Savage Poop, my niggas out in Texas. I don't fuck with no scalper. Nigga, fuck what you selling. I'm all up in the toy aisle. I'm kicking kids, I'm reckless. My nigga Bill Maruby on that Google chat straight flexing. Look, I pop the package, I smell it. Pop the package, I smell it. Me and my nigga Tiny at the toy fair straight spending. They asked to for that Deadpool and he ain't asked no questions. We too fly, I know this. Let me give your ass a checklist. Got the Giant Man, got that Ares, that cable bruh, it's nothing. I get the blue wire, silver Luke Cage, that Dragon Man, then I'm stunned. And this song for them fuck niggas that's hating on your collection. Yeah, they talking all that shit, but it's A.C.B.A, we reppin'. Man, I got toys mint on card. Toys out of the box. Man, I got toys in my detox. Catch me at the toy shops. 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 Man, I got toys mint on card. Toys out of the box. Man, I got toys in my detox. Catch me at the toy shop. I'll take that. We're taking that right there.
Y'all ready?
Yeah, let's go.
We are live, Boog.
Oh, we are live. Yes, sir.
We're officially back at it.
It's a rare condition this day and age to read any good news on the newspaper page. Love and tradition of the grand design. Some people say it's even harder to find. Well, then there must be some magic clue inside these gentle walls. 'Cause all I see is a tower of dreams. Real love bursting out of every scene. It's the bigger love of the family.
The Articulated Comic Book Art Podcast is recorded in front of a live virtual audience and is funded in part by viewers like you. Thank you.
Yes, sir. We're officially back at it. Boog Nice coming at you with the Articulated Comic Book Art Podcast. Episode, I don't know.
161. Oh, we were so close.
161. I'm your host, Boog Nice. Got my boys with me, Fabster 360 and Cheesy. I'm out of fucking breath.
Oh my god. Holy shit.
Is your elevator broken?
I was putting on a shirt.
Oh shit.
Oh. Damn.
What were you doing earlier?
That work up a sweat. You might have to take it back off.
Yeah, man. I didn't know that we were just about ready. I mean, I knew we were ready. You know. It's all good. How you guys doing? How was your week?
Chilling.
My week was fantastic.
Fantastic.
Absolutely fantastic week. Made some career upgrades, so I'm very excited.
Hey, that's cool.
Yes, so very excited, man. Hell yeah, the week was super great.
By comparison, my week was fan 4-stick.
Oh man, that's not good.
No.
Nah, it was fine actually. Any opportunity for a dumb joke.
There you go. Hey,
Good. It was good. All good and around here. You know, still standing in solidarity with my IATC family. But hey,
let's go.
no, good stuff. I'm in rehearsals for a show, so I'm like kind of busy with that until it opens. So
Makes
that's
sense.
kind of good to like have something weekly to like, other than the podcasts, weekly to like look forward to and then like work towards and then sigh like a big relief when it's over.
True.
Gotcha.
Yeah. It's good stuff.
What about you, Bug? What was your week like?
My week was pretty good. It was a lot of homework on the table.
Yep.
I don't know. It was a pretty robust week of homework for my daughter, but we got through it. We powered through it. And yeah, I'm feeling good. I didn't do too much, I guess. I mean, I guess I put up a couple of videos and stuff. It wasn't like crazy. I was doing a lot of schoolwork, so I don't know. It went by pretty fast.
Very nice.
And tomorrow I'm going out to Philly to my nephew's football game. My nephew plays for Memphis, but they're playing Philly tomorrow, so that's a opportunity for us to go somewhere kind of close to see the game, basically. So that's pretty much one of the reasons why we are on tonight, on Friday.
That's it.
I was gonna say the elephant in the room being, hey, what are we doing here 24 hours early?
Yeah.
I'm seeing in chat some people like Friday. Hey, got to get down on Friday. Am I right? Let's go.
That's right. We got some knife emojis in the chat. That's always a good sign. That's always a sign of a good crowd, especially on a Friday night, right?
Yeah, we're doing it right.
Speaking of Philly, hot wrestling crowd seems like it's a hot chat town as well.
Uh-oh.
Hey, good stuff.
Yeah, so we're doing Friday. We did Friday for like a couple of weeks earlier in the year. I think around that time, like I think maybe you, Bug, that was kind of like a tight schedule for you. Me, Rick, and Fabio, we don't have anything going on. You're the only real adult here. You got a family and shit. Like, I mean, I'm down to do any day, honestly.
My girl's actually away this weekend too, so I'm like in between both of our apartments too, like
okay.
watering plants and shit like that. So she's away for a week. So.
What are you doing at her apartment then, huh?
No, I'm actually home. I'm actually home right now. I'm home.
Beautiful.
Okay.
But I might go there when this is done because it's just closer to the city, and we got to leave mad early in the morning tomorrow. I don't know. I'm figuring out a lot of shit right now.
That makes sense. That's all we can do, huh? Just figuring it out.
Basically.
Speaking of figuring it out, let's figure out these topics, baby. Today's top stories.
I thought you were gonna say. Speaking of figuring stuff out, let's talk about figures.
Oh, I mean, you know what? Hey. Let's talk about figures.
Hey,
through these topics, baby.
Okay.
Today's That's it. Today's top stories. Mezco, front and center. SHF. Mofex is on here for some reason. I think I just forgot to take it off. And then Street Humans, man, friend of the show, Shartimus Prime, getting his feet officially wet into the figure game. I know he's talked about it, but his Kickstarter launches next week, and I think we have him lined up to come on next week too. And maybe somebody else as well, hopefully, to really take us through it. But we'll do like the preliminaries. We'll go through like his press release and stuff and get everybody hyped up. And then, of course, another elephant in the room today, October 1st marks OcTOYber, Third Strike. Let's go.
Raise hands.
I'm already seeing a lot of cool entries, man.
Yeah, man. You know what? We were commenting on the same photo. My favorite thing every year to see on during OcTOYber is vets coming out of retirement.
Yeah,
man.
no doubt.
That is like my favorite thing. It's that, and then it's watching people interpret the different themes for the day, and then I noticed while looking through photos last year, and then even this year, is watching their progression year after year. That's really interesting for sure. So yeah,
we got a good little chuckle out of interpreting the themes earlier today. I won't put Homeboy on blast, but it was
absolutely
very fun.
Yeah, I forgot that the themes are like when we were putting out suggestions in the admin group for what we should do. Like I went as far as to do like a description and everything, and I forgot it's like completely open to interpretation.
Well, so
I'm glad that a couple of mine made it, but I'm also curious to see how people are going to interpret it.
Yeah, I actually made it a big point to include everybody who submitted like a list in the admin group. I made it a point to at least pull one from everybody's list, because everybody just put out so many great things. But we'll get more into that as we get into that. Of course, we'll do a little bit of highlights, a little bit of what to grind on. Somebody actually asked me today. I'm doing a little bit of an AMA on my Instagram right now. When the podcast is bringing back Q&A, how about next week, baby? I'm gonna throw up a Q&A post later today on the A.C.B.A. Instagram, and then get your questions in, man, for sure. Yeah, in the after show, we're gonna do after show things. Subscribe to OnlyFans, all sorts of shit like that. So, Fabio.
Now that there's a reason to again,
absolutely.
Didn't they say they were gonna like eliminate the like pornography and shit, and then
then they were just kind of like, you know what, never mind.
Basically,
right? Just kidding, guys, come back.
Exactly. That was somebody just hit him up, and hey, that's how we make our money, right? Oh, fuck, for real? Okay, maybe not that.
Oh.
All right, man. Fabio, take us away, baby. Beam us up. Let's go.
Oh,
Mezco.
It's just one of those days, you know what I mean? And by that, I mean I'm not gonna break stuff, but I do mean that it is day one of a MezcoCon Fall Edition 2021.
Totally forgot about this.
Or as I've had stuck in my head all week, it's MezcoCon Fall Edition.
Oh no,
maybe not. But yeah, today was preview night, meaning that this morning they went ahead and did a exclusive drop, and we didn't really. I don't think this itinerary had dropped during the last episode, so just to kind of quickly go over it. On Monday, they dropped the itinerary for the con that's happening. Today's the first day of, and then tomorrow and Sunday will be the actual like con days where they do the reveals, the giveaways, all the teasers, and all the stuff that you expect from a typical con. But today was just like the preview night, which again just means is the exclusive drop for the what would be their exclusive for, like, let's say a New York Comic-Con, which they're obviously not at this year. But in lieu of that, they're just dropping the exclusive online. And the teaser they gave us was, "Ooh, does this new exclusive float your boat?" And I correctly predicted, by the way, that it is Captain Nemo making a 20-year return from Mezco Toys. I have the original. I showed it on my stream. I can pull it right now.
That's
this
it.
Figure is from 2001, A Space Odyssey.
Stupid.
No, it's actually from 20,000 Leagues Under the Sea. But
you've been donning this tin hat for a couple of months, as a matter of fact.
It's off now. They can read my thoughts because they're getting ideas from it.
It's off now.
So yeah, he's finally out, and instead of it being like a con exclusive box like they did for the summer edition, where we had like the Gomez and the casino box and all that other stuff, just a straight up figure drop at like the kind of standard, Rumble Society price of like, on brand 112. And you get Captain Nemo and a little Nautilus model. So he's looking pretty cool. We saw this tease originally back in February at the Toys Fair that they did, instead of Toy Fair. And that was what led me to be like, oh man, they're bringing back Captain Nemo and get this dude. So very glad to see that he, is indeed coming back and given the 112 treatment, looking really dope, cutlass, leather boots and the pleather pants and the breastplate and the sweet gauntlet arm to replace his severed arm, really cool stuff. But then there's some discussions that go on. Here's the figure, cool, we bought it, we get to see what we bought with it. Comes with a lot of cool stuff, which I guess we can take a look at first before we dig backwards. But yeah, it comes with a ton of shit. It comes with the scabbard and the sheath, and it actually there's different interchangeable holsters, so you can do either the pistol or the sheath or the other stuff. Cape, hat, telescope, all kinds of really dope stuff. A little shark mouth with his own severed hand inside of it. Cool. A little exclusive data journal with some more information about Captain Nemo and the Nautilus crew. And a little displayable polystone.
You're gonna have like a microscope along the page number printings, looking in between the fucking pixels and shit.
There's
looking for codes.
Discount codes in there somewhere.
Yeah, you're gonna buy some
that
3D
cog
glasses
is still
or
owing
something.
me $60 off by the end of this year. They're in there somewhere.
Oh man,
you might have to look through this telescope right here itself.
Oh, you know what? I wouldn't put it past them, to be quite honest.
The spyglass right here. You look through it, and then it's like the Goonies. It deciphers the location of the treasure. But
this figure I really like the design, man.
Yeah,
it's funny. I know it might be a little difficult for you to see, Fabio, but I can really see when these guys give a fuck about the figure. Every once in a while, they have they're what do you call it? Old faithfuls, the figures they put out to keep the lights on and shit. But then you can really tell this one was some sort of passion project for somebody over there. This thing is crazy.
Yeah,
yeah. Like you're saying,
a lot of effort into this. I agree. What was you gonna say, Fabio?
Like the Gomez stuff, because it's so easy to get reuse out of the concept of Gomez.
Yeah.
When they step outside of it and the skulls on top of that, when they step outside of it and do these kind of very standalone characters that are, I guess, all part of this Rumble Society umbrella, but you could easily just get this dude standalone. And if you happen to have Baron Benz and even Popeye, you got more aquatic characters from Mezco to go with him.
Sure.
But he's not necessarily you don't have to buy him to go with anything. He kind of stands alone. But more on that. There might be stuff to go with him too.
Yeah, I don't know that that's a good thing, that it's a standalone. You definitely want some supporting cast and characters to go with this guy. But yeah, I do think this is probably one of their best looking figures so far. And all of these dudes in the back here look like they might be finished product, man. I don't know.
Yeah, right. So this definitely caught a lot of attention in the stop motion trailer that they dropped on, I think, Thursday. Before this whole thing, and there was a few of these dudes in the background, a little, obscured, not quite a full view of them. So there's still that maybe they just did it for the trailer, but seeing them in the photos like this, pretty much front and center, it's when, it's a matter of time at this point. And if it's anything like the last Mezco con, and they've done this in the past with a few of the other cons, but this last one this summer, they dropped the casino box, and then there's the black skulls with the green ties in the trailer, and people are like, oh, what's up with that? And so people are like, no, it's just done for the trailer. And then later the same Mezco Con weekend, we got the pre-order drop for a 3-pack of those skulls. So that's why I think it's more a matter of when, I think it's coming for sure. A lot of people, I think, want it. You can see the reuse off of Captain Nemo right away. Obviously it's the same, tailored suit underneath, but without a lot of the stuff on top, the overlays and, just more generic hands and gauntlets and stuff. But obviously all these unique head sculpts are pretty interesting, whether you want to use them for bodies like this, or if you want to throw them on some other bodies and just have goons. So definitely stuff to stay tuned to for the rest of the weekend. As far as drops, this is the announced drop, but there's precedent for them doing related subsequent drops in the same weekend, i.e. like Gold Skulls and Golden Dragon last year, So if you're into this, hey, stay tuned to Mezco this whole weekend. It's going to be a bunch of reveals, but don't think you're out of the woods as far as spending money yet.
Oh my God.
I didn't bother looking at the itinerary or whatever. So what's the drop schedule?
So today's the preview night. It's basically done. Tomorrow in the morning, we're going to get, this is all your time, Boog, 11 a.m. You're going to do like a puzzle thing, and you have a chance to win Doc Nocturnal. And
Hold on. I'm not going to do shit.
Okay. Okay.
Positivity.
Well, just do it anyway, and then if you happen to win,
Just
go ahead and
do
send it
it
along.
anyway.
The fuck?
I did say if you're interested, stay tuned. So you can probably step out.
This is the greatest thing ever.
So I mean, the way these Mezco cons go, it's activities and reveals sprinkled in throughout the day. So the first activity is like a big puzzle. You win a red death and a black mold Mosquatch. Then they do reveals from 12 to 2 every hour on the hour. Then they're doing just a random like raffle ticket draw where you just follow them on social media, simple stuff.
Mhm.
And this is where it's interesting because you have a chance to receive an unreleased 112 collective figure. So that could be yellow, Murder Hornet Kriegs, or it could be anything that we kind of know is already out there, but not in anybody's hands yet, like the Symphony of Horror, Nosferatu. These are all falling under the category of unreleased. Even Captain Nemo, it wouldn't be so. I think if it was Captain Nemo, it would specifically say that there. But
could you imagine?
Yeah,
if it was
get it in hand before everybody. And people did they did the whole social media rollout for this. So Jason B. Michael on Instagram got to take some photos of the Nemo and everything.
Oh yeah, all the usual suspects.
I saw one of those photos that look real good.
Yeah. We can take a look at those in a sec too. So then on day 3, which is Sunday, you're doing like a trivia thing, and so you basically have to like know all the trailers that they've released for all these characters. And then another round of reveals from 12 to 2, and then some kind of like memory match thing, and then you get a $150 certificate to Mezco if you win. And the cool thing is that they announce the winners like the next day for these things. So
is this like Mezco's version of Squid Game, where it's just all kids shit that everybody's doing?
Oh, no. Well, I've never won, so I'd be dead like 3 years over.
The debt you're settling is the credit cards you open to get all these drops.
I'm just doing it to hide from the Securities and Exchange Commission trying to arrest me at my grandmother's mackerel stall.
Stupid.
What a great movie, though, or a great series. I watched the whole thing because my girlfriend was loving it, and yeah, it was really good. Everybody go watch Squid Game. We can get to that later, though. So yeah, that's it for Mezco, pretty much. Just it's the fall con, so stay tuned to their social media channels the next 2 days this weekend. Stay tuned for possible drops. If you're not subscribed to the Slugfest emails, find out how to do that, and maybe we'll get a coupon code for something else dropping this weekend. That's it. That's it for Mezco.
Whoa! Wow.
Whoa. I mean, if you really want to linger on this, go check out my last stream where we spent a whole hour talking about just this itinerary alone.
Holy cow! Yeah. Whoa! Surgical strike vibes going on right now.
Yeah.
Dang.
You know what I mean?
Absolutely. Yeah. Check out Fabio's stream.
This is more of a crop dusting of this Mezco information.
Yo.
By that I mean, you fart in an
of course,
and walk out.
Absolutely. Absolutely.
All right.
Every time I walk down a specific aisle in one of my Targets, aka toy aisle, I always feel like some dude has just farted in that aisle. It's crazy. There's got to be something dead under. Like somebody must have stashed like I don't know, like something like under like the shelves or shit, like meat or something. It smells, it smells foul in there. Anyway.
Wow. Some collectors do that, to wait for the discount. So some people do it for the manager special on the ground beef.
That's true. Decisions were made one way or another.
That's right.
Next up is
that's it. It's still up for pre-order. I guess I forgot to mention too. So
okay, cool.
You still got a chance. This wasn't like a hot drop and it was gone. We are talking about it in the present tense for once.
Oh, nice. And it's between this month and next month, huh?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Very cool.
Mm-hmm. A lot of stuff about to hit us these last 3 months, 2 months 3 months really, because this one kind of just started. But
yeah, we'll see.
That's it. What do we got else?
Okay, next up is
one quick question though. Why is this $112? I mean,
true.
I guess this is not. It's not crazy over the regular price. I guess we agree that 90 is going to be their like sort of regular price going forward.
Right. And it comes with the little model thing on the side too. But this is kind of also the on brand 112 price, and they'll stick to that for a 112 or for a Rumble Society character, even if it doesn't demand it. Like White Skull Agent, very famously, very bare bones release, very limited though, 500 of them, and it was 112.
These guys.
Jesus Christ.
That's right.
All right.
Well,
Although I think I want to say Hawk P40 wasn't even that much when it dropped, right?
he wasn't.
He was like 95, right?
Yeah, he was.
So it depends, honestly. Like variants, kind of one-off characters. I don't know, but yeah, like.
All right, stop scrolling before you get sucked in.
Wonky. I think Baron Benz was 112 when he came out originally, and he had the T-shirt, and all that other stuff. So they play fast and loose with that 112 price for sure. That's just to keep it on brand.
Yeah, they really do. Hey, but
I gotta attach a higher. Actually, 360 for my name is pretty good. Maybe I should start charging, 360 for shit.
Let me add a number to my name so I can start charging crazy shit for my stuff too.
That's right. That's just business.
Yeah, that's
just business.
Yeah, it's business. Don't worry about it.
All right. So we got some SHF, right?
That's it. I guess head over to. I don't think any of the usual suspects have like talked about it. If you go to Ami,
it's this Deadpool, right?
The Deadpool. So you found
it's
something?
here on ToyR.
Oh shit! Okay, I must have missed it. All right, cool. Yeah. So SHF just dropped this Deadpool literally out of nowhere, dog, and it was a situation where they probably put the photos out. I want to say Wednesday, maybe, and then he went up for pre-order last night. Our good
I
friend.
didn't even know that shit went up for pre-order. I actually
Me either.
saw somebody say that they missed it. I think it was like Animated Heroes or something. I saw that he said that he had missed it and was asking if anybody had a line on him, basically. And I was like, I didn't even realize this shit was like up and out that fast. Like, what type of drop was that?
It's wild. SHF, Bandai sometimes does like crazy shit like this, man. They'll announce it, then all of a sudden it's just out in the ether. Me and that dude are twinsies because I missed this shit too. I was asleep, dude. It's a Thursday night. What are you talking about?
Right.
So, I for one think this looks like really great. I really like it. A lot of people are pressed because there's no guns. Valid complaint for sure. Like if there's anybody that should come with a fucking strap, it's it's Deadpool for sure.
Hey, listen, remember Revoltech? I mean, not Revoltech. What other company did that? They released Deadpool without guns. There was another import company that did that.
Oh, really?
I feel like it was.
Was it Amazing Yamaguchi?
Was it Yamaguchi on that first Deadpool? Nah, he came with guns too.
I think he came with guns for sure.
Yeah, he came with guns, but there was nowhere to holster the guns.
Okay.
All right, so yeah, maybe I'm confused. Maybe that's what it was.
He's got that Spider-Man butt syndrome, though.
Oh,
yeah.
It's really not helping, make this pose look flattering.
That's your.
I think saying Mayfax, by the way, on that Deadpool you're thinking of.
You know what though? The Spider-Man butt looks better on this costume though, for whatever reason. I don't know.
Maybe less like little detailing lines to be broken up.
Mm-hmm.
Aside from the black one.
I don't know though. I also feel like this shit's gonna be like really small, even though SHF, traditionally is smaller, but I don't know. I feel like there's gonna be some scaling issue.
Well, yeah, I feel like that's to be expected when mixing, import with domestic for sure.
Mm-hmm.
Well, I didn't even mean in terms of mixing it with domestic. Like, I want to see how he stacks up next to, say, Spider-Man.
Oh,
if
the
it's
crew.
like,
Well, I don't see any guns at all on him. Yeah.
Yeah, that's all everybody's talking about. No guns, and I totally get it.
But look at this. There's like a little plug there on the
peg hole.
holster.
There's a peg hole for something, so
maybe they're just not showing it. I mean, that would be a real DC move for sure.
Yeah, I don't know how these things work. With these import stuff. Like, are they just not showing it? Then it's going to come with it anyway. I think we were speculating that with the Revolt with the Amazing Yamaguchi Joker too, and I think he just ended up not coming with a gun anyway. I could be wrong. I don't have it, so I don't know.
I mean, I think it's a fail if they could have not packed guns with him, but still gave him like holsters, and then you could just do your own thing. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
That would have been.
Yeah, especially considering, like overseas, like they just sell packs of guns, dude. Like
Legends one come with a gun, or maybe it was like molded into the holster or something.
Yeah, the Legends movie one that we got, the guns were not removable in the holsters, but he did come with additional guns, if I'm not mistaken.
Okay,
for sure. Of course, elephant in the room is comparing it to the Legends.
right.
Hey, yo.
The chat won't stop doing it.
Absolutely, yo, pinch yourselves, boys and girls. I think it's the Legends is fantastic, man. Like I kind of don't really see the point in this one right here. I mean, it's really great. Of course, you get a higher fidelity of like detail, sculpt detail versus. But the Legend has great sculpt detail too, man. There's just like more there. Like I said when we were talking about the Black Suit Spidey from Mafex, just the higher price point just opens up another level of articulation technology. Not necessarily more range than the Legends, but just different tech being used here. I will say this one probably has butterfly joints over the Legends. I can't remember if the Legends would have butterfly joints, but I could be wrong.
And the Legends one is, in terms of accuracy, really spot on too, because that wasn't one of those where they, had to release it concurrent with the movie and then re-release it, correctly down the line with some of like MCU stuff. But they were able to do it pretty well the first time.
They really did, and it was good. And like and then the 2-pack that came out again with Negasonic Teenage Warhead was also really good too.
Right.
So I mean, you'll get no pushback from me, dude. I know I'm like the import defender over here. But like I mean, this looks great. If you want something to like aesthetically fit in with the rest of your SHF team, then by all means, this is the way to go. But if you don't mind mixing lines or whatever, and you just want a Legends Deadpool to stand in with your SHF crew, then that's definitely an option too. It's really wild. I think the sculpt on this is really good. This is like an exceptionally good sculpt on this SHF. I think it's really nice.
The silhouette is on point. It doesn't look like the proportions are off in any way.
Yeah,
it looks good. Like I said, I'm just fearful that he'll be short. And then again, I'm not really fearful because I didn't pre-order it, so I'm not gonna get the shit.
You're just so worried for anyone who might. That's really empathetic of you, Boog.
Jamichael Johnson hit us with 5. He said, "Yo, Friday night super hype, coming through to give my weekly shillings. Incredible."
Hey,
he said,
we prefer the term tithings.
Thank you.
He said that Deadpool definitely should have come with his dual Desert Eagles. Absolutely, like there's
no doubt.
Hell yeah, thanks.
I think like even if you're the biggest like import stan, like there's no way that you can deny that this should have come with guns. Like I'd love to like really know like the cold hard facts, like why aren't these coming with guns anymore? I mean, obviously like Japan has a much stricter gun law and stuff, but that doesn't stop Figmas from coming out with like guns out the wazoo. So like I don't know.
Hey man, you know what they do every time they do stuff like this is they just open the floodgates for customizers to start rubbing their hands together like Birdman and get ready to give us the shit that we need and want.
Exactly.
So
Beanie 2099 says the gun is in your mind. Tight. The whole figure's in my mind at this point because I missed out on the fucking pre-order.
I've got Judas in my mind. Judas in my mind.
I guess that's really it from SHF. Not much more. Tien is out in Japan. So is Launch. Sick. They won't come out here for forever. So
right. Good stuff. We had Mafex on the docket, but
there's nothing new.
There's nothing. So let me do a quick hijacking of it. We're gonna do some NECA because NECA got some big news.
Yeah, there's
hot news. Like literally right when we started the show, waiting for you to join.
Oh shit!
Hot news drop.
Real quick. People have been getting Goliath too. He's been popping up in
Yeah, shout
stores.
out to Danny LeBlanc. He hit me up today. I saw that he had got
Oh
got
shit!
Goliath. I saw he posted a couple of pictures and stuff too. But we were talking about that and among other things, talking about New York Comic Con and stuff like that. The Goliath looks pretty impressive from what I've
Yeah,
seen.
he looks sick. What's the news, Fabio? What's going
Yeah,
on?
I was watching a few of the reviews, and he looks pretty impressive. I thought for sure they would at least have reused some of the biceps, the superhero sculpt that they had for like the Defenders of the Earth. No, this dude is massive. His
Massive.
proportions are way off. Yeah. So real quick, just backtracking, this Turtle Tuesday, they gave us a little teaser for what's to come with their cartoon line, and they're doing Taka and Razar from TMNT 2 Secret of the Ooze movie, but in the animated style.
In the cartoon.
In the cartoon.
Did these guys debuted in the movie and then were shown in the cartoon next, right?
Right,
cool.
exactly.
Cool,
So this is the cartoon version. Very cool. And then going back just a little bit further, there was the reveal of Alf.
There we go.
They're doing Alf, everybody's favorite, alien. What is he again?
He's an alien.
He's an alien.
He's a talk show host or something, right?
He's something like that.
Quite, but sort of. But I actually still have the Alf like well, it wasn't animatronic. It was like the talking Alf. It was like a plushy thing, but it had the little like box in the stomach, the like talk box where you could like push him and make him say shit or whatever. I
cool.
still have that thing to this day.
God damn. You got a
I really
football
have,
monster
like, zero
laying
connection
around?
to Alf.
I do have a My Pet Monster as well. He is
shit.
fully dressed at my mom's house right now.
It's the football one, right? Or no?
It's the what do you mean football one?
There's like a My Football Monster or some shit.
No. The original My Pet Monster, the big one that came in the box that was like a cage and shit. I think
damn.
that was that Boglins. No, that was Boglins that came like that. I don't remember how the My Pet Monster came.
It's all Greek.
Was
to
it
me.
in like a box like a cage? I don't know, but it's the big like classic My Pet Monster.
Oh shit. Yeah, it's the same shit. My Football Monster is just this guy with a fucking football jersey on. All right, cool.
Okay.
Yeah, my cousins. So when I first moved to the United States, I stayed with my aunt and uncle. They're both doctors, so like my cousins had it all, right? And then in the hallway to the bathroom, there's like a pedestal that had like a My Pet Monster on it, and their house was like immaculate too. So like I correlate My Pet Monster with high society. so like that's just a stupid thing that I do. So every time I see like a My Pet Monster, I was like, oh, these guys loaded? What the fuck? What's going on?
Ooh, these people got money. They got a pet monster.
That's it. Yeah. Xander Dumas is saying there is a football version. Hell yeah.
Okay. So this was a literal pedestal that it was on, not just a metaphorical one.
It was both literal and metaphorical.
Oh my god! All right,
that's it.
Good stuff. Well, I have no connection to Alf, so cool for everyone that may have wanted this.
Are you gonna get this book?
To give it to you.
What's going on?
I thought about it. It would be interesting. It'd be a funny like gag gift to like give my dad or something like that too. So I don't know. I thought about it.
Yeah, this is definitely a co-workers kind of a holiday gift exchange. Yes, throw it into the Yankee swamp.
It's very like 35 and
up.
Plus,
yeah.
Like like it's not
That's about to say. We call it white elephant in my house. Fabio.
Of course, yeah. I was going by the office, I thought that was the preferred nomenclature.
That's true. Well, I call it fun.
So that's that. Cool. Today, or I guess today.
Okay.
They are kicking off, much like us, celebrating October in a big way. NECA is doing 31 nights of Fright.
One. All right, who's number one, baby?
Number one. All right, so every day, just to catch people up, every day this October there will be some sort of teaser or reveal. Not necessarily, or actually maybe it is necessarily like spooky themed stuff. I would assume so.
Mm-hmm.
So starting off today, it is the first. They're starting it off with Elvira, Mistress of the Dark.
Let's go.
Speaking of 35 and up,
Stupid.
no thoughts? Everyone's trying to make sure they get their words right, or
I am 32, so I mean, I feel like Elvira is like pretty. He transcends,
yeah,
old head and young head type stuff
for sure. Yeah, she's an icon. No question.
Is this gonna be like 31 new reveals every day?
I don't know if there'll be full on reveals. I think there'll be some teases, like how they showed the TMNT, Talk and Razor. There might be some like grayscale test shot type stuff.
Okay.
In progress, all kinds of stuff like that.
Mhm.
I mean, I'm sure one day it'll just be a machete, and someone will be like, "Oh my god, that's the machete from this particular, schlocky '80s horror film only on Tubi right now."
Yeah, I feel like none of us are really like big horror fans on the show, right? No.
I'd say
I'm a casual horror fan. I'm not, I don't identify necessarily as a horror fan, but I like horror movies for sure. And I'm
Okay.
familiar with a good amount of them.
Okay.
Speaking of which, I mean, I just saw *Malignant* a couple weeks ago.
Nice.
Really good. Everyone should check out *Malignant*. It's fantastic.
I did not see that.
Is it scary?
It's a lot more campy than I thought it was gonna be. It has its scurry moments, but it's I don't know. You just gotta watch it. It's so good.
That's it. Nico Hodge.
All right, I'm gonna check it out.
I can't describe it the fun, like pithy way that I'd like to without spoiling it. So
Okay.
it's but when you do watch it, message me and I will describe it perfectly. It's really good. But as far as Elvira, I mean, she transcends horror for sure. I mean, this is an entire generation of Spank Bank material.
Oh no!
No.
No!
Oh, excuse me. Am I wrong? Am I wrong?
0 to 100, my friend.
Okay, well, I could have said it much worse.
Yeah. Couldn't you?
But either way, really cool. This is like Golden Girls level of like mainstream appeal for like, same kind of thing. White elephant gift exchange type of stuff for somebody who, maybe a coworker, a family member who has like an Elvira button on their bag or whatever. And you're like, oh, they must like Elvira. Boom. Here's the thing you get them for the holidays.
Yeah.
If it's out by then. It seems like it's pretty close to coming out. February 2022. So maybe next year.
Yeah. It's within a quarter or two to get it. So
definitely a good Christmas or a birthday gift, if nonetheless.
True. Nico Hodge hit us with 2. He said Elvira, the original Big Booby Vampire Later. Exactly.
That's right.
Big Titty GF. Big Titty Goth GF for sure.
I thought this was Lady Demestricu or whatever.
That's exactly how you say it.
I'm nothing if not a wordsmith. But this, I'm not sure. This is part of their 80s or their like retro cloth line. So this is an 8-inch figure with cloth clothing.
Damn.
So as a standalone piece, pretty good. She can be literally like the same scale as Lady D.
I was just about to say, like, she could be hella tall. Just throw her in there, whatever.
It's great. I mean, a lot of expression. I mean, the accessories are great. I love this the cup, the goblet here with the smoke coming out of it. Really cool.
Be more specific when talking about this.
Yeah.
I think
what do you think about this?
I think it looks really good, but I don't know that they really nailed the likeness on the face though. Something seems a little off.
I think this face is definitely better. This one is maybe she just looks a little small in the chin or something. I don't know, but
yeah, the bottom of the face is a little small and like it's too sharp, too quick. I guess I don't know.
Mm-hmm.
I'm not really an Elvira scholar, so
excuse me. I mean, the look of the figure is fantastic. The paint details and everything looks really good. The soft goods look great, but I don't think they nailed the likeness. At least not from what I remember. Elvira looking like the original. So I don't know.
Yeah, it's almost like it's a sculpt of a cartoon version of her in a realistic style.
Yeah. That's a very accurate, good description. Hell yeah.
Rony Games Go nailed it. This second one right here looks like Lady Gaga.
Absolutely.
So it's Lady Gaga dressing up as Elvira for Halloween.
Absolutely.
I mean, if anybody's gonna take over the mantle at some point, I think Why not?
William Eyelash, right? That's what people are saying. William Eyelash looks a lot like Lady Gaga.
I guess so. Yeah. Anyway,
right.
yeah, that's great. So again, first in a what is sure to be a very spooky month of reveals from NECA. Thunder crashes. Play that epilogue music.
Very, very good. We need to we gonna have to
Oh,
clip
what's happening with my life? Oh.
we got to clip that soundbite of you right there with that. That was very interesting.
All right.
All right, so that was NECA. Anything else for NECA? Oh, that's it.
No, I caught up on the last couple of weeks of stuff. We talked about the Dungeons and Dragons.
Yeah,
Pretty much it. We can move into some MISC if there be any.
Oh no,
Or
it's
Street Humans, right?
Street Humans time, baby. Yeah, so I guess big news this week for Street Humans is Russ put out his video. I'm getting a little echo from you, Fabio.
Yeah. I think it's Fabio this whole time.
It's yeah. Russ put out like a video. It's so funny. The video started and I was like, oh shit, Russ is out with a button up. This is serious shit. And then at the end of the video,
Toy Fair season, Comic-Con season is really upon us.
I know, right? And at the end of the
dressing
video, he's like, hey, sorry, I'm in this shirt. I got a gig later.
That's right. Yeah.
I was like, oh man. But he went ahead and he revealed, most importantly, the price point for these figures. He said retail, these figures are going to be $39.99. And then if you get in on the Kickstarter, they are going to be $34.99. And, you know, I'll be the first to say it, man. Like that seems pretty on brand, man, for like an indie figure that's almost like inexpensive. I feel like, you know, Russ's ties with the community and, you know, and the industry, more importantly, may have, you know, gotten him like a better deal with like the factories and stuff. I don't know for sure, but like it just seems like, you know, this is pretty good pricing for an indie figure. A lot of people are comparing it to how when Mythic Legions first started, their stuff was 40. I think AI, their stuff was 42, correct? I could be wrong. So I mean, it's just normal, man. When these like Kickstarter figures come out, I think 40 is like reasonable, and then 35 is even more reasonable. So yeah, that's it. That's like the biggest thing that I've seen people talking about a lot.
And he also updated the date of the Kickstarter, which was supposed to be, you know, when we first had him on announcing it and everything, he was saying that he was looking at the end of September. Obviously, it's the 1st of October now, and he, I think, moved the date up to, I don't know if he says it in the video here, but I think it's next week.
Yes, October 9th is when it starts, I believe.
October 9th, yes, thank you.
I could be wrong, but it's that it's that weekend.
Yeah, I'm sorry, I found it. October 7th. Here we go.
Okay.
I knew it was about a week. Yeah. So basically exactly a week, really.
Yeah. And he also updated the hoodie color. He changed it from purple to black. Thank God.
Mm-hmm. That's right. Yeah, this one right here. Changed it to a black hoodie. And some cool renders here. I think these are from Vinny, right?
Absolutely. Hey, big shout out to Vinny. He got an industry job as well.
Hell yeah.
Yeah, he announced it on his Instagram, or I guess just his social media in general. But he got an industry job, I think, for a Wolverine head. Maybe I could be wrong. But yeah, big shout out to him, man. What a talented guy.
Congrats to Vinny, you know, A.C.B.A. admin extraordinaire.
Let's go.
Like we say. So yeah, the hoodie color updated on I believe his name was Elago. Am I wrong?
Elgato?
One of them is definitely named Elago. I felt confident saying that. I don't anymore, but one of them for sure. I don't know if it's his main one, but either way, the main dude basically has been updated to
main
black.
guy.
Main dude. The guy, you know, the Elijah Wood character.
Yeah, the guy. Elijah Wood, yes.
It's a little Spy Kids 3D game over joke for you out there.
Stupid. But yeah, check out the video, man. It was cool seeing him like explain it. He went a little deep into like the origins of like the names and stuff. It's like basically just a big tribute to his kids, which I think is pretty cool too. So definitely check this video out and just get stoked for the Kickstarter. Like I'm very curious to see what like people in chat think. Like a lot of people are saying that they're super into it. like especially for the price point. Like, I mean, if you disagree with the price point, like, chime in too. Like, what do you expect for $35 for like a general first printing of like figures like this, like curated specialty, like indie figures like this? Like, what would you like to pay for that kind of stuff? I mean, ultimately, I think we would all like to pay like $20. I mean, if you really want to dive deep, I'd rather go back to paying $5 for Legends. So, but that's just not the way the world works no more, man.
I mean, this is pretty par for the course for indie figures for
Even articulated icons when they first dropped were about that price, depending on how deluxe the figure was or whatever. He's not doing like different tiers of figures like a regular and a deluxe like they did, but still that's standard price.
Yeah, and like
quote me the other like bulk price again, P. What was that?
He said the Kickstarter, when the Kickstarter drops, it's going to be $34.99 on the Kickstarter. So basically like $5 off, which is.
And then if it's at retail, it'll be for $39.99.
Yes, when it's out.
Like if BBTS orders a bunch of them, that'll be how much BBTS sells them for.
Very true.
And obviously, a lot of Kickstarters like this, like Articulated Icons, do some kind of I guess we'll find out all this when the Kickstarter launches. But in general, the tendency is to kind of have these prearranged contracts with these bigger retailers online, especially to at least get a bulk order to keep some stuff in stock, sell it down the price, and then it just overall helps the Kickstarter.
Correct.
Yeah, absolutely. So we're excited for this, and also like just like Fabio said with AI, like don't get it twisted. Just because like Russ is a friend of the show doesn't mean that we're like trying to like soften it for him and like kind of put on kid gloves for him when talking about the price point of these. Like we've seen it, like Fabio said, with articulated icons and Mythic Legions and stuff. Like this like style of figure, like indie figures, like this is what they cost when they first come out, for sure. It's only as the brand grows and the line grows and they just order more and more volume, like we saw, like just like when Boog asked in the what do you call it, the Galactus video, like a low price point comes from large volume. So until they get to that point, the price point is just going to be a little bit higher, and it's only as the line becomes more successful and there's more opportunity for more product, that's when they can start shaving off a little bit more of the price point. Like Russ said it on this show when we had him on like a couple of weeks ago, or a couple of months ago. Like he would love to sell this for like a retail like big like a Hasbro type price point, but that's just not where we are at the moment.
Yeah, it's just not realistic. But I mean, looking at it, if you come out the gate and you say, all right, well, I want one of each of these, you looking at what, $160 or something like that?
Something like that.
Standard for like a wave,
Yeah, it's not
a case, really.
It's not bad for a bunch of options for some goons and some background characters and some things to just kind of bolster the ranks of characters for pretty much any one of your lines.
140.
So that's not bad. It's not bad.
Yeah, 140.
You said 140?
Yeah, 140 for 4.
Oh, because you said they were 34
35.
if you do 35 through the Kickstarter. Got it. Yes.
Yeah, so the Kickstarter is
70. Yeah. Okay. 140. Yeah.
Absolutely. So yeah, man. Keep an eye out on Russ's social medias. I'm sure like there's going to be like a huge rollout with him. We're going to have him on the show as well, just to remind everybody next week. And then get hype. What a screen grab you got, Fabio.
Yeah, I know, right? I wonder.
Trying to get a flattering one.
I wonder what the. I mean, I guess these are things that we can ask him. Hopefully, he could be candid about it. But I wonder what the minimum, he needs to sell through to like,
I think he said it in the video.
He did.
He said it in the video. Yeah.
I think he said 15,000 orders. I think what? Don't watch the video, man.
I don't remember. Yeah, just go watch this video, bro. Me too. We're plugging this for you as well. Everyone go. He reveals all that in here. It's not obviously official until the Kickstarter launches next week, but the information is out there.
Absolutely.
Okay.
That's it. Watch
Cool.
video.
Speaking of Kickstarter figures, though, real quick, I guess we can just talk about one quick little thing that happened today before 112 or 1-6 Trevor kind of starts breathing down my neck here. Mythic Legions today had their in-stock sale.
Oh, nice.
And
it's gone.
First Friday of each month, they try to do an in-stock sale. They took a break from them for a while they were doing the Cosmic Legions rollout and everything. And this, we are talking about in the past tense, because this was this morning. Everything is sold out now, but
damn, dude. Holy fuck.
The one thing available is this Malifar that I was low-key just looking at, because I've been playing Diablo 2 Resurrected, and I'm like,
nice.
These little demon guys all look so sick now.
They do look nice.
But yeah, they did have, again, we're talking about this in the past tense, but first Fridays of most months, they do this in-stock sale at Mythic Legion. So if you about this Mythic Legion's life, you already know, but they did bring back a lot of stuff from that Arethyr wave that they had just put out earlier this year that people are starting to get in hand now. And now that all those orders are fulfilled, they can review what they have left over in the warehouse, and that's what gets put up for these in-stock sales.
Beautiful.
So good stuff. If you're looking out for a Malifar, right now is your chance to get it for the standard Kickstarter type indie figure price of $35.
Very nice. All
Good
my
stuff.
pre-orders came in for. I pre-ordered more goblins from Mythic Legions on BBTS back when I thought I lost mine, but I found them. They were in my
You
closet.
just lost
Deep.
your goblins.
Yeah, like I thought, man. For years, literally for years, I was like, where are these goblins? Like, I know I own more. Like, I know I own like at least 3 more. But like, I really thought that they were put in a box, and then like I accidentally threw the box away thinking it was empty. But no, they were just in the bottom of my closet. So good for me.
Congratulations. So you had your own little in-stock sale.
I surely did.
All right.
Yeah.
So that's it for Mythic Legions. Is that it for topics in general?
Yeah, I guess so. We can do some community stuff. Let's talk OcTOYber first and foremost. We can do like some hey man, I'm gonna be honest with you guys. Like I said last week, I'm still sick. This still sucks. So I haven't gotten a chance to really curate like highlights and what to grind on, but we can get a couple of things. Like we can talk like 1 or 2 of each or whatever.
Yeah,
or
I had somebody reach out to me a couple of weeks ago, but we haven't been able to really get to this. But there was somebody that I wanted to highlight that reached out. So
okay, cool, very sick. All right, so first and foremost, baby, OcTOYber. Let's go. Where's this air horn? There it is. Found it. Okay, so yeah, OcTOYber in the mix, man. Every year during October, basically, everybody, you know what I noticed today? Everybody is doing this now, which is great. Like every community is doing this. It started obviously with the art community doing Inktober, right? I think that's been going on for like a couple of years, like around like 5 years, 6 years, something like that. But you know, Inktober, like very, very popular, very, very special. And then 3 years ago, we went ahead and started OcTOYber specifically for toy photographers. And like, you know, on my Instagram feed today, like everybody's just like throwing up, you know, a lot of art, a lot of different stuff. Like I think people are doing like BatToyber as well, and that spans across like every, you know, art medium as well. So it's super cool to see everybody doing something they like every day for October. But more importantly, and most importantly, A.C.B.A is doing OcTOYber, baby. This year's theme list, I think is pretty great.
it's a dank one for sure.
Absolutely.
Very well curated.
Yes. David Walton said it earlier today. If the theme list contains something that you have to look up on Urban Dictionary, he thinks it's a winner, and I truly believe that as well.
Right, he's going to be misled very easily if he's looking up on Urban Dictionary.
Oh my god, very funny.
Yeah, today's theme is back in action. You know, let me backtrack a little bit. We said it last week. I'll say it for some if there's anybody new in the chat. And you can also like read it as well, follow along with the post Fabio has up right now if you want to go to that. October is basically 31 days of themes. And A.C.B.A is very synonymous with themes. Like every time we do tournaments or events, whether it be free or paid events, pay for entry events, like we have like really great themes, like very carefully thought out themes, carefully curated. And I think OcTOYber is a really great opportunity to go ahead and basically put in some practice if you want to, get your feet wet with tournaments and other stuff that A.C.B.A does for sure. And this is just like a really lax. It is fast paced, but you can go at your own pace, any pace you want. There are 31 themes here. You can choose to do them all. You can choose to do one or anything in between. You can post any theme any day you want, but the most fun you're going to have, I promise you, is posting the same day as everybody else on like what day the theme is, because it's super fun seeing everybody else's interpretation of each of these themes. And interpretation plays like a larger role with OcTOYber and other stuff, where a lot of their themes are, one word only. Ours are a little bit more involved, where, it's a couple of words strung together. Like, these are themes, they're like, a lot of them come from a specific place, but we all know that they can be interpreted many ways. Some of these themes are even from past tournaments as well. Some of these themes are returning from last year's OcTOYber or the year before, and it's just really cool, man. It's just like a really cool event. Again, super lax, super chill event to just get into a good habit of taking photos, setting up displays, and then just building your displaying muscles for sure. I think it's really great.
Yeah, I put up a video in middle of the week saying that it's a great way to get yourself ready for one of the larger sort of like paid competitions, So yeah, everything you just said basically.
Absolutely. Yeah, so you don't have to go through every single theme. Or well, I mean, maybe we can. Fuck it, whatever. Today's theme is back in action. I saw a lot of really cool pictures. Tomorrow's going to be Broken Bond. In the Shadows is next as well. Prisoners, It Follows. This was yours, Fabio. Super great.
Yeah, I'm so glad it made it, especially because one of my other ones is about to be removed, apparently.
Oh, no.
Nah, I'm just kidding. But yeah, It Follows is a great horror film. So I had my type of interpretation of it. If you know that film, you kind of know what I'm getting at. But it's great to see how everyone else is going to kind of interpret it.
Fabio's about to bust out his walking STD custom figure.
Anybody tagging Jay Hernandez when they pose their figure, walking on their shelf? Okay, cool. This one's for you.
Next up is Close Call, Batter Up, Night of the Sentinels as well. You know what? We were talking about this one in the admin group. Boog suggested Night of the Sentinels. I was like, man, who the fuck has Sentinels? Like...
I mean, I get that just because it makes sense. Don't we already have a separate? We have that separate Sentinel
right? That's true. You know what? And here's a free idea. This is my idea that I'm going to do. You don't even have to have a Sentinel, dog. If you got a printer, you got a fucking Sentinel. So let's go.
True.
A Sentinel doesn't even have to be in the photo. As long, again, you can interpret this any way you want.
Yeah, exactly. It's open for interpretation. Who says that it has to be a Marvel Sentinel?
Exactly, baby. We can go
Sentinels the Sentinels. You know what I mean?
We can go any movie. Maybe you got a little Neo action. Those Sentinels.
Exactly.
I don't know.
Exactly. Maybe you're trying to put together all your Spider-Verse figures from Sentinel, or your armor whatever from Iron Man.
That's true.
You
could celebrate the 100th anniversary of something. It's Centennial.
that's kind of Centennial.
Next up, we got Whose Mans Is This? Is
that the one D-Wall had to look up?
Well, somebody had to look it up. You know what, man? I will say one of the greatest things about this community is it encompasses everybody from every walk of life. And it's just interesting getting a comment, hey, what does this mean? Which is great. It's the best. And it takes everything in you not to just go, Yo, whose man's is this?
Is this? Like,
Incredible.
Very funny.
I require immediate retrieval of this man's.
High Flyer, we got You Covered. Got You Covered is like one of my favorite themes we always do in any.
That's a long-standing theme, you know.
Absolutely.
It's a genre of A.C.B.A. really.
Absolutely.
Shout out to Slings. I'm pretty sure Slings is the one that kind of coined that.
Nice.
Well, not really coined it, but I guess kind of re-coined it or rephrased it for A.C.B.A. though. Like, you know what I'm saying?
This was
I'm pretty sure.
This was a theme in the first OcTOYber, and like one of the greatest parts about seeing everybody post that day was you could really spot out like the vets, guys that have been with like A.C.B.A. in particular for so long, because you know a lot of people would just would do photos of like people like partners like having each other's back or something, stuff where somebody would say, hey, I got you covered or whatever, but you could really tell like A.C.B.A. vets because they were recreating like comic book covers and all that stuff. Yep. So it was super cool seeing that stuff. Next up is Armor Up. Then there's Army of One, Built Different. Meme Me Out. Dude, Meme Me Out was my favorite shit from last year. So I had Young Heroes, Squad Up, Close Encounter. Wait, that's illegal. I literally can't wait to see what people.
Well, I'm glad to see that one that meme is separate from the Meme Me Out.
Yeah, I had to separate them. Wait, that's illegal.
Yeah.
Actually, funny story about that. Wait, that's illegal. I put up the first prompt list for this, and then number 22 was actually in the shadows again. I forgot to I guess I just put it on there twice. And then somebody was all like, 3 and 22, the same thing. And I was like, oh, two themes, two of the same themes in one prompt list? That's illegal. And I was like, oh, wait, yeah, that's illegal. Shit, I'll do
there
that.
We
go. Day 23 is DC Love. Shout out to Matthew Charles, I believe. He proposed that one. And hell yeah, man. We need some more DC
Wouldn't have
Love.
it any other way.
Absolutely. Multiscale Display. This was in a weird way. Finn Dietstreet. He sorry if I butchered that last name. My bad. But he kind of suggested that in a different way. But Multiscale Display, another A.C.B.A. staple. Can't wait to see people do that. Breaking Bad, In the Lab, Nostalgia, Ace in the Hole, Back in Black, Monster Mash, and then the last one is Till We Meet Again. There's your theme list, baby.
It really is. Which ones are you guys most excited for, either to see or you got a fun idea already?
I don't know, man. I actually been thinking all day about getting on the table this evening to
Me too.
knock out.
I think I want to as well as soon as we conclude here.
The only reason my camera's not on is because I'm taking photos right now for today.
Oh, do you use your? Oh, yeah, you do. Okay, that's funny. I was also going to say is the first theme really stands out because it really, no matter what I post, it will be back in action.
Yeah, literally me too.
No matter what, it fits the theme.
Absolutely. I'll say I'm
and then Broken Bond, I can be when I fail to do the rest of the month tomorrow.
I'm excited about my idea for Night of the Sentinels. I do not own a Sentinel. So that's a challenge for sure. And then I'm excited to see everybody's meme stuff. I think that's pretty funny. I guess now I can't wait to see. Oh no. Hello? Okay, there you are. You're back.
Yeah.
I guess I can't wait. Now I can't wait to say whose man's is this, because I'm just clamoring to see if who doesn't understand that one and how they interpret it. It's gonna be great. And that's what I'm really super stoked about. All the Got You Covered stuff is also really great every year. So that's what I'm most excited about for sure.
Yeah, I'm curious to try that one myself because I've seen a lot of recreations of covers, but I don't know if I've ever really tried it myself. So that would be one that I'd be kind of challenging on. Wait, That's Illegal is a great one. Meme Me Out is so good. Like I love using memes as inspiration for photos because there's such good formats for either posing that you need to have them posed in a certain way for the meme to read, But there's a lot of fun we can have with that. The real challenge is just to do a meme photo for the whole month.
Yeah. There we go. Meme-tober. Oh my god.
Meme-tober. Oh no. Yeah.
A
That'll be tough.
12-year-old's wet dream. Meme-tober.
And this is of course the perfect pregame for No Nut November, OcTOYber.
Oh no. Funny you bring that up. Not funny you bring up No Nut November. Funny you bring up November. November.
I thought it was funny.
November is another A.C.B.A. month-long thing that I feel like not a lot of people participate in. We definitely talk about it, but it's I don't know. It's not as involved as OcTOYber or like Summer Shots and stuff. We do November, KNOW, November, and that's like, I think that has like the opportunity to be a really great community type event as well. You don't have to do anything that you don't normally do for November. It's just whenever you post a shot, just drop some knowledge about the subject matter in your shot. If you want it to be like, like a little tidbit about the figures, or preferably like about the property or whatever that you're shooting. So like a lot of people use this to like drop like little facts, like little factoids about the character in their shot, or like just cool like little tidbits of information. I think that's really cool. It's basically just a chance to give everybody a history lesson of the subject matter of what you're shooting. I would imagine if you're shooting something, you're passionate enough about it to know a little something. So it's just cool to share some knowledge for sure.
Yeah, drop some some trivia for people to use on their trivia nights.
That's true.
Someone will be like, "Oh, I won $500 at the bar last weekend because Poncho posted about Hajime Ippo, and he dropped all this knowledge, and it happened to be the correct answer."
Wow, I would love to be at that trivia night. I'd clean house. It also sounds like it doesn't exist. So
specificity can only get you so far.
That's it. So that's OcTOYber. Once again, very excited, very, very, very. I'm anticipating seeing everybody's photos this year. Also, prizes. We're gonna do first, second, and third prizes overall, and then just like last year, we're gonna be spinning on the podcast one random day, and then from there we'll do a random winner from that random day. So it's gonna be super tight. So once again, OcTOYber is a super lax, super chill, just fun thing to do. You don't have to be the best of the best to even win something, man. All we ask of you is just to participate and sharpen your skills, man. And just by doing that, you might have a chance to to win some shit. And then if you want to be considered for prizes or anything, most importantly, rule number 4, you have to email your submissions every day. Just email them to OcTOYber, ACBA@gmail.com. In the top, like the subject, just write what day it is, and then post your picture in the body along with your username or something. Any way that we can contact you, or like the dream scenario is if you win, then we would like to know who it's from. Like, I'm not gonna like blast your email, like whatever it is, like, I don't know, Wolverine, I love Wolverine 1992 or some shit like that. I don't fucking know. But yeah, man, just submit your stuff every day, and then you might get a chance to win some cool shit. That's it.
Don't forget that right now at the same time, the A.C.B.A. Target Acquired contest is also running right now. So, OcTOYber is a little more focused and kind of like fast paced and what have you. A.C.B. Target Acquired, you only need one shot between now and November 5th, basically. So lots of opportunities out there for you to get off the bench, get something in, and possibly get something brand new in your mailbox as a prize.
Yeah.
That's great. Good stuff.
That's it. All right, so I guess we'll move on to more community stuff. Fabio, you said you had something lined up?
I did, yeah. A couple of weeks ago, Jason Epic, I don't know if that's his real name, but Jason Epic, hit me up in the DMs. I'm terrible. I need to follow more people. But he hit me up and was like, hey, I love that you guys brought back the What to Grind On segment. I've been tagging the stuff, but just wanted to reach out and let you know that if you guys could look at my stuff, and we will.
Go.
It's taken a while because again we kind of were not having the guests and everything. There was a lot to figure out and get all that going. So now that we're back in the What to Grind On tip, full force. Definitely wanted to highlight Jason over here, who is at figure_collective on Instagram. So, he has a good mix of like behind the scenes, stuff, working on shots, as well as like the actual shots and pickups and all that stuff. So I think we may have even seen a few of these sprinkled in at some point.
We sure have.
I did want to take a look at some of the ones that he specifically tagged us in here.
Oh, let's go.
So this was September 17th. We won't go back too far, but I do want to take a few of his more recent ones here. So what are we looking at here as far as What to Grind On, boys?
I will say this seems like a situation where he set up a scene first and then placed his camera second. In those types of situations, like when you're setting up a scene and you're like physically like moving around it, you have like basically 360-degree view of the scene. It looks really great in like the view of like what you have in your mind's eye, right? Like you envision like how it's going to turn out. But it's pretty difficult to go ahead and have that match when you finally find a spot for your camera. Like the way you set up a scene, most of the time isn't really curated for getting one angle out of it. But like you might have, a couple of beats here that look great in real life. So like right in the back, you can tell that there's a figure back there, like behind this chain link fence. It looks like there's another figure even further back. That's some more action happening back there. But when he finally like set up his camera to take the shot, I can imagine that no matter which angle that he set his stuff up in, like he's not able to capture like everything he wants to get. So my biggest thing right here would, just like we always say in the show, set your camera up first and then build your scene around the frame of your camera, for sure.
Absolutely. And give yourself some elbow space. This is just a little bit cluttered, a little busy. I guess it's a little tight in this area. You might want to give yourself I like the background. I like the way the city looks in the background. Is that the NECA backdrop that he's using there? I don't know what that is, but
I was gonna say, yeah, he did a good job with the layering, and I think that is that NECA backdrop that's I think reversible. So that he did a good job with both the backdrop in the way back, but then also layering in the fence and then the little brick walls, and then the actual NECA dio on the left there with the police car.
Mm-hmm. But yeah, the car is a little bit out of scale, so you want to play with the perspective with certain things like that. You want everything to look as if it's in the same universe, the same, So yeah, just a few things there, a few minor details with the fact that you're using the kind of old OcTOYber's bullseye there. So, those fingers are articulated. They're not really, that hand is not really like positioned to like hold the gun in the best way that looks like really authentic. So, just every little minor detail. Daredevil's his little baton holster there is kind of off. I don't know if that was by design or not. But he's also kind of oddly posed. It's just a lot going on here that you could probably just take a few more minutes to just clean up. Like sometimes you just gotta step back from it, look at it for a little while, and come back to it later and clean it up. But the main thing that stands out to me here is that it's a little confined, and you might want to just give yourself a little more elbow room. But it's not bad. It's and maybe just play with the lighting a little bit. It looks like you got like a kind of like orange kind of hue on a light, and maybe you want to get some more white lights and spread them out around the display. It's a very good base. It's a good start. It's not terrible in any way. It just needs a little more TLC probably.
I will say one thing in terms of posing. If you want to go back to it real quick, Bullseye's pose. So like I would imagine in here, Bullseye is like lifting his hand up because Sandman is like about to hit him. I would like what I'd always do is I emulate the poses that my figures have for sure. If somebody was about to hit me like this, my elbow wouldn't be that far low. It would be like way up high. So my elbow would be like over my head. It would be like really hard to explain this without turning my camera on. But like it's almost like you're shielding like your face like from above. Like this is just like his hand is just in front of his face. Whereas his elbow should be like way up.
Yeah.
And his arm should kind of be like spanning across his head and whatnot.
Yeah.
And then another thing I'll say is this goes back to building your display first and then finding your framing secondly. I can tell that the pose that Daredevil is in right now, especially like his leg that's being grabbed by Sandman, like in the actual display, it probably looks great. But because of the framing of the camera you have right here, it's kind of just like straight on. So you kind of don't even get that that's like his leg in there. It's kind of like hidden, like that like little detail of your photo is hidden or is just like obstructed, I would say. It's not like being seen at its full potential for sure. So that's just another thing. Like if you would have just shifted the camera a little more sideways or even changed the posing up a little bit more sideways on his arm grabbing this Daredevil, then it would have illustrated more that he's grabbing it. So yeah, just to go back to what I said earlier, just framing your stuff out first and then building your scene around it will do wonders because now you're posing your figures like in one certain way, so you know it's going to be like every aspect that you want to be seen is being captured through it. So that's it. That's me.
Yeah. I think he had posted some like video or something in the group too. Was that the
cool.
same dude?
I don't know. You talking about the guy with the Power Ranger stuff who posted the video? That one?
Yeah, I think so. That's not the same dude?
I don't think so.
Okay, sorry.
Oh shit, it was. Oh fuck. Yeah, it was him. It's the Power Ranger shot right below the Raptor, right there.
This one?
Yeah, we can talk about this one too.
Okay, yeah.
Yeah, man. Hey, you know what? First and foremost, I know that when this came up, you just posted like the video, and then we were all like, hey man, you got to post a picture, and then put the video as like your V side or whatever. Always appreciate your like the passion that you have for this. Specifically for this one, I would say, Yellow Ranger. Just make sure her like if you have somebody laying down, make sure their back is like. Oh. Sorry, my bad. I was getting a Skype call. Totally professional here on the A.C.B.A. podcast for sure. I'll call my dad later. So yeah, make sure like if somebody's on the ground, put their back against the ground. You could also try and fudge it by saying like maybe Yellow is like kind of getting up in the middle, but there's always a million ways you can say what you're trying to convey. But if you have to kind of explain it, then that's like you're doing half the work when your photo should be doing like all the work, right? And then Billy's arm right here, it's like too straight, right? Like his elbow is like it's like way too straight, like I don't know, and like his elbow is pointed like
he's got the Rick Grimes going on, bro.
Basically, I will say
downturn. He needs to downturn the wrist.
Yeah, so like even when you do that, Fabio, like the inside of your elbow is not facing directly up. It's still up, but it's like angled to where like the top of your elbow is like kind of going, yeah, just like that. And that's what I see a lot of people when they pose figures like with their arm extended out like that, like the elbow joint is always posed like directly up. But like that's not the way that your elbow like works for real. If you were to do that, then your wrist wouldn't be able to get in that position either. Like you would just have your body doesn't work that way. So also
you might just hurt yourself firing a
true.
a weapon.
Yeah. I don't know if blasters have a tremendous kickback, but
Well,
yeah,
you know,
right.
Fabio, the Morphin Grid is a very mysterious place and a lot of untapped power. So,
Is that anything like the Tron grid? Because I'm unfamiliar with that too.
it's exactly the same as the Tron Grid. As a matter of fact, I'm so glad you brought that up, Fabio. Aside from these little posing tips, I would say like this is a pretty good photo, man. Like I do dig it for sure. Like, you know, you're getting great natural light from the sun, the best natural light source you could possibly have ever.
Well, the all-time greats.
Yeah, absolutely. And like I like the little blue smoke you have going on there, very on brand with Power Rangers. I will say this might be another situation where you set up the scene first and then you chose an angle. I only say that because pink is just like hidden back there, right? I feel like if she would have like been more to the left of this photo, like there's a lot of negative space by Blue's feet in between red right here. You would have placed her right there. That would have been like really great. And then I can't even see Black Ranger in here. I don't even know if he's in here. But this might be another situation of you just setting up a scene first and then building your thing around it. And then also the putty holding down Trini, the knee's not in the middle. So fix your knees. And that's it. That's my TED talk.
Called out, baby.
That's my TED talk. Thank you.
He's probably watching along and being like, all right. At least
No.
Oh, thank goodness. Ah, they got me.
No.
This one a little bit too, but yes.
Which one?
I like
maybe it's my OCD, but when I'm doing that knee joint thing, I always have to like have him be an even split. Like I can never have one side more than the other.
True. And you know, the only reason that I'm so adamant about it is because someone called me out forever ago. So like you know, I feel like a lot of people do that. What were you gonna say, Boog?
No, I was saying I like the sort of like atmosphere that he has going here. I like the staging area, the base, the backdrop, everything looks good. It's just a matter of getting in there and really fine tuning all of this posing. I always say that posing is your foundation for any good display. And if the posing is not, excuse me,
Getting
sorry,
emotional over there.
yeah. If the posing is not on point, then you're not going to be able to build a solid display. So yeah, just fine tune all of those things that P told you about, as far as like compressing the body parts to the surface and all of that stuff. Take your time. It looks a little rushed.
I think he might have been holding a camera on this one as well. So that's why, having, like P was saying for the last one, building it inside of this frame would allow you to also maybe see the Pink Ranger like down here or something, instead of like having set it up and then going through and trying to find the what angle that shows as much as you want. You start from the bottom up and build it out. You can literally show everything you want by like puzzle piecing it in as you go.
Very true. You too could start from the bottom and now be here.
Some people start as bottoms and then they figure out along the way that they prefer being a top.
No.
Hey, all right.
Everyone has a different journey, man. We can't judge.
That's it. It's the no disrespect zone, basically.
Are we cool to move on? Do we have any other highlights we want to do, or should we do another?
There's one highlight I want to do.
Okay. Well, either way, that's figure_collective. Obviously, we've only done a couple of yours, but we'll come back to the well at a future episode and hit up some of your latest stuff as well. So
absolutely. Hey,
go follow him.
You know what? Full disclosure: October is going to be kind of a funky month for myself.
That's true.
And then the rest of the podcast crew, and then the podcast by extension. Like I'm moving this month, and I'm also trying to do the dumbest excuse ever. I'm also trying to do OcTOYber every day. But like, so
you better have them in the bank.
I know the podcast. It's gonna play a little fast and loose this month, but hopefully by like November or whatever, I'll be more settled in and like we'll have, I don't know what I'm trying to say. We always say it on the show. The podcast is always evolving, ever changing, baby. So,
which is a good way to say don't expect consistency.
Yeah, right. Very, very political way to say that. Very diplomatic way to say that.
For real, like Ponch does actually have a big month. He's talked about it on the show before. So, let's be patient. It'll be a crazy time, but either way, we got a lot of A.C.B.A. contests and all kinds of stuff to keep you busy.
Absolutely. I'm about to send a link in the podcast chat real quick.
Oh, I hope you do.
We mentioned it earlier in the show. My favorite thing, seeing vets return for OcTOYber, and Lloyd Hondo blessed us to death with this photo today. I wanted to highlight this one specifically because he did tangible fire, like practical and tangible fire, pretty well. He did this really well, as a matter of fact. Like, you know, I see a lot of people struggle with, you know, tangible and practical fire at this scale because, you know, it's hard to capture fire at this scale. Like, the flames are usually too big, or they're just like kind of like funny looking just because.
Remember, we had that Rambo photo a few weeks back, and it was
absolutely
it was just a huge fire for a little figure.
Absolutely. And, you know, to be fair, capturing fire at this scale is difficult. And, you know, what Lloyd did here was he basically, you know, cracked the code. I think the best thing for capturing fire at this scale is to layer it for sure, or just have like because like you can see right here on the bottom right of his photo, he has one like super in the foreground, and then to the left he has one on par on the same like on the same plane as his figure right here, and then he has like even more in the back. And like, just because you have them at different scales, it kind of helps like soften the blow, and it kind of like eases your mind into believing that everything here is at the same scale for sure. And then I think another trick is to maybe not go super hard on a high shutter speed. You know, you don't necessarily want to like freeze this fire in place, because the higher shutter speed is, the more like you're going to be able to capture the fire like very still. And like the clearer your fire is going to be when you capture it, the more you'll be able to see the imperfections in it, and the more you'll be able to tell that it like, oh, maybe this doesn't really look super right in this scale. Kind of finding like a nice middle ground. You also don't want like a super long shutter speed, because then the fire like flickering and stuff will just look like a blur everywhere. But I really like the middle ground he found here, with not only his shutter speed, but like his different layering of fire right here. He also has like a really nice lens on. He like the lens is nice. He's getting like a nice bokeh on like the flames back here. Just looks really good. And I just wanted to give him a big shout out, man. Like one of the vets coming back.
Yeah, no doubt. I had commented on it and said, "You are back in action."
Exactly.
It's been a while since he posted something, but
and we're burying the lead here. Is this Bionicle pieces?
No, those. it's Gunpla, but
oh my god, okay, that makes sense.
Some would say Gunpla is the poor man's Bionicle. Who knows?
Yeah, I was just about to say he's got his little makeshift what if Ultron here.
Yeah, very nice.
Pretty what a great segue.
Yeah.
So
what a great segue. Or it was, at least. I thought.
Or it was. I don't fucking. But yeah, man, that's it. That's there's only one. You know, I don't have time to curate highlights. My bad. I'm sorry. But yeah, just wanted to give a big shout out to Lloyd, man. One of the vets coming back. To show these guys how it's done, man. So big shout out to you, dude, for sure.
Good stuff.
Hell yeah. Next up is that's it. Goodbye. Hey, welcome to the after show.
Hey, welcome everybody.
How's it going?
Hey.
What's we can do? You know what, man? Like we're super close to the top of the hour. It's like we're an hour and 40 minutes in. I say we could like fast track this, man. Get out of here.
I'll tell you what, I don't even have pickups, so we can go ahead and skip that, and I wouldn't miss a beat.
My pickups are very, very fast, very fast. I finally got my birder in. Very excited. This guy's fucking huge. Did I talk about this last week? I don't know. Yeah, I wish I could see it. I got a so you know those like remember U2's figures?
Yeah.
I got a Dat Boy figure, the frog on the unicycle. Extremely excited about this. I'm about to. Yeah, Fabio, you got to look it up, please.
Wait, what is it? It's U2's what?
Dat Boy. Oh shit! What up?
Dat Boy. Okay, is
Dat Boy? It's a frog on a unicycle. You
okay.
can't miss it. There we
Yeah,
go.
yeah.
I finally got it. So excited.
From the meme collection, of course. Yes.
Absolutely. Let me tell you, if there's one meme I wanted in physical form, I'm glad it's that boy for sure. I got that. I got a bunch of shit. I got all my Tengas in from Power Rangers. I got my
Yeah, this one's good. This one's really good.
Yeah, oh shit, I can't what up. That's actually in the packaging.
Uh,
That's so like I usually throw away like most of my domestic packaging, but I'm keeping this just because like it's all like stupid memes on. I've fallen and
awesome.
I can't what up. It's the greatest.
They got the Doge too.
Yeah, Doge is there too. They have like the Arthur clenching his fist meme and stuff. You know, they have a bunch of shit, dude. Like
That's great.
It's a pretty funny line. Like they have like the dancing crab too, and they have Keems on it too. Then they have like the buff version of Doge too, but that's not out yet or whatever.
Wait, they have the horny bonk dog.
They do have horny bonk dog, yeah.
Oh, that's great.
But yeah, man, super excited about that. I got a bunch of other shit. I got that other dude from Jujutsu Kaisen, the guy that looks like Kakashi, just with a headband on, with a blindfold on. I haven't watched that show. Fucking send all your hate mail to my email. You can find it anywhere, I guess. I don't know. But that's basically it. Oh, I got Frankenstein too. Very excited. I finally got a Frankenstein. Yeah, I got the Technicolor version.
The NECA one?
Yeah, the NECA one for sure.
Nice.
Very excited. I never ever saw that in my Target, so I don't know. And that's it for me. That's all my pickups. Did you get anything, Boog?
I got shout out to Rosie Maker 1906. She sent me Nova.
Oh shit.
I got the Marvel Legends Nova because this is like a super rarity out in the wild. It's very difficult for anybody to find it. But I did get that, and I also got well, I've been reviewing the figures from the AOA Colossus Build-A-Figure wave. So shout out to my man MMLPC who got me that wave. And I also got one other thing from Marvel Legends. I got She-Hulk.
Oh shit, I got that today too. I just haven't opened it.
That was my man I Am Fat Ninja.
Hell yeah.
Actually, last weekend, was that Sunday? I think it was Sunday. I took a trip out with I'm Fat Ninja to drop off one of the Sentinels that I had raffled because somebody had one who lives or works or both. Yeah, lives and works in Queens. So we drove out there. He actually works in a bar, and we sat down and had a drink and chopped it up for a few minutes and delivered a Sentinel. So shout out to Finner 2020 who won the Sentinel.
Oh, nice.
And yeah, so that was my pickups. I got Marvel Legends and I got tequila drink.
Very good.
Yeah.
Oh, that explains it.
I mean, you guys just basically want to do plugs and leave. I did not watch What If. I did see Venom though. I saw Venom last night.
I saw somebody say it was terrible.
Hey, that was me.
Really?
It may have been me. I don't know. Yo, let me tell you. I will give you about as spoiler free as possible. I will not talk specifics or anything. If you recall from last year when I saw the first, well, not last year, when I saw the first Venom, I kind of defended that movie, man. For what it is, I like the first Venom. I think it's dumb, but it's like a fun movie, whatever. I liked in that movie that like they kind of like Eddie Brock and Venom kind of had like this love and hate relationship, almost like an old married couple. I thought that was kind of cute. It was whatever. I thought it was like fun. It's like a Sony executive just read online that people liked that was their relationship, because this whole movie is just that. It's like fixated on like them being an old married couple. They go like this movie is literally, now that I'm thinking about it, it's literally a romantic comedy. and then but just with Eddie Brock and Venom, and then you got like this weird version of Carnage just kind of in there, and then Carnage's like storyline is in there, and then there's like a Eddie Brock and Venom storyline in there, and then they it goes through like romantic comedy tropes until they have to fight Carnage. And like, I was watching this movie, and like as it was going, I was like, bro, this is the first Marvel movie that I kind of don't want to fucking finish. Like, I don't even want to be here. I was like, and like the only thing that kept me there was like, my wife Becca, she was like laughing at parts, and like, to be fair, like there are funny parts in it or whatever, but like the first movie, the first Venom, like I got through the first Venom because of like the action set pieces and stuff like that. And there are good action set pieces in here. They just weren't like as cool as like the first one. I don't know, man. Like I just don't know. I'm very conflicted. I'm usually like the dude on this panel that's like, hey man, give it a shot. It's something. Like it's whatever. But like I really just kind of did not like this movie. Like at most, like wait till people just like post the clips on YouTube of like the fight scenes. And I will say the fight scenes are pretty cool, but it also does suffer a lot. Fabio, you'll probably if you watch this, you'll probably pick up on it too. But it suffers a lot in the third act from like extensive editing and cutting. Like just like you could tell that like they had to sacrifice a lot like early in the movie to get certain story beats in there, and by the end fight, some of these characters are saying stuff that like truly makes no narrative sense. Like you just know that there is shit that they cut out of the movie to make the runtime, like just to shorten it, and then you're like, what the fuck is she talking about? But I don't know, man. If you really like Venom, I guess go check it out. Maybe you'll like it. I don't know. Maybe I'm a fucking weirdo.
I didn't even see the first one, honestly.
Oh, okay. Well,
so I was hoping that this one was on streaming, but if it's in theaters, I probably won't even see this one either.
Yeah, I think it's just in theaters only. I will say that the end credit scene is pretty cool for the entire scope of the Marvel movie industry. I think it's pretty cool. And I won't go into specifics after that, but
okay, fair enough. That's honestly all I've heard about it, so that's the only reason I'm even interested.
It's interesting. The ending just has more questions for me. Just basically, I don't know.
It's one of those questions. What if?
Oh that's my god!
Never mind. Sorry.
It's just like everybody, like since the first Venom movie came out, everybody's like, well, how do you have Venom without Peter Parker and Spider-Man? Like the whole fucking reason this dude is like the way he looks and all that shit is because of Spider-Man, and like the way he like shoots webs because of Spider-Man. He has a big ass fucking spider emblem on his chest because of Spider-Man. So like I'm like, I don't know. Like I think eventually they'll get there, but it's like they got a lot of fucking explaining to do. So like it's kind of like they're gonna try and like make up for lost time and kind of shoehorn a storyline in there to get him to that point. And I'm like, all right, tight. But that has nothing to do with the character you've already established, which is like this weird, like odd couple Eddie and Venom type deal. I don't fucking, anyway. Andrew,
yeah, somebody, all right. People asked me about the end credit scene and if I had seen it and if I wanted to just see it and just skip the whole movie altogether.
You might just do that, dude. Like,
hey, if somebody sends you a link, give it to me.
I'm being for real. You might just want to do that.
I declined, and I just said, I'll see it at some point. But
okay.
But yeah, we'll see what happens.
I literally I've not even seen the first one, like I said, so I'm not dying to see this one at all. If I can get everything I want out of it just in 2 minutes, then great.
Yeah, no doubt. I did see What If. I actually was a week behind, so I watched 2 episodes yesterday. I watched the Thor episode and the Ultron episode or whatever, and I don't know. I saw a lot of mixed reactions about the Thor episode or whatever, but I just feel like all of these are good fun. Even the ones that I don't think are like top tier and like my favorite. It's still very well put together in terms of the animation. I really enjoy the animation on these.
Yeah.
So like I'm like completely engulfed and like completely like, you know, a kid again, just looking at the animation. Just honestly, I feel like it, it's been a long time coming for us to have some consistent, like, I guess, Western style animation that's not like Japanese animation that's really good. Like, you know, I feel like it's kind of a win. I feel real MAGA about this. Like, I don't know.
Speaking of making up for lost time, it almost seems like, DC has done these animated movies and direct to DVD stuff for years in the animated segment.
True, very
And
true, very true.
now this seems like Marvel really catching up on the animation game in like
Right.
a whole season. And
Yeah.
I'm with you. Like, I don't like cartoons, and I think this is a great cartoon, y'all.
Yeah, no doubt. Yeah.
Last
so
week's
I
episode, like
went
your
for,
point too, is not all these episodes have to be as dark as they've been. I was kind of thankful that last week, the Thor episode has some nice levity to it and a lot of humor.
Yeah.
But
Mhm.
then obviously it ends and it sets up this episode this week, which you didn't see, Pancho. But
I mean,
I still thought was a great episode this week.
you know what's funny is that even though the Thor episode was a little more light, I guess lighthearted or whatever, it still was kind of dark though, where it could have gone. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like where it was headed and shit. Like, you know what I mean? Like it was a lot of humor and funny shit and whatever. But essentially, he was like about to fuck up everything. Like,
Yeah, he was the villain. He was the villain for sure.
Yeah. Yeah, P, you should check these out though.
I really do. We had a something delivered by FedEx Freight at work the other day. It was yesterday, and I was helping the guy. I was opening up like the doors for this guy, and like as he was leaving, he was like, "Hey man, you watch Marvel stuff?" And I was like, "Yeah, dude." And he goes, "Yeah, you look like a Marvel guy." I look at my clothes. I'm wearing basketball shorts and a striped gray tee. What the fuck? Like, what do you see? But we had a really cool conversation.
He just got profiled.
Probably. I mean, I don't know how to feel about that. I mean, I guess I'm flattered. I don't fucking know. But like, we had a really great conversation. He was talking about. He basically echoed the exact same shit you said, Boog. He was like, man, like, What If has been like so incredible. He said he feels like he's watching like all these. He's in the same headspace as like when he was a kid watching all these animated cartoons for like the first time, and just like a whole world is like opening up to him, and he's just like very excited to see like the next episode and stuff. So hey, shout out to you, FedEx Freight guy, who profiled me as a Marvel fan. Tight. But that.
Right. So yeah, that was a recap of Venom and What If without giving you a full recap of it. And
Basically.
Yeah.
spoiler.
I think there'll be more to discuss, and we really should get into the full discussion of What If when the season finishes, next
Yes.
week or whatever.
Oh, is that when it finishes next week?
I think next week is the last episode, yeah.
Oh,
so it's, unknown whether all this is going to tie up. There's still plenty of stuff from the trailers that we haven't seen necessarily. Is it all going to be in this last episode? So
Very true.
who knows? What if
Yeah,
they
what if-
actually end up tying everything back together?
Yeah, what if they can pull it off, huh? What if they
Yep.
pull it off?
What if there's another hidden episode after? Ooh.
Oh my god. Well, there's a whole hidden season after this one. So.
A lot of people were super sure that was going to happen with WandaVision.
Oh, really?
They're like, oh, there's a secret extra episode or
well,
whatever.
A lot of guys were sure that Mephisto was in WandaVision too. So
Yeah, that's true. I'm pretty sure he's in this one. So.
Oh yeah, he's showing up in the last episode. I promise you. Yeah, you guys want to do plugs?
I'll tell you where Mephisto has been showing up.
Uh-oh.
In Diablo 2 Resurrected, but I just killed him and finished Act 2 today, so it's all good. Act 3.
Hell yeah.
Back to that.
I'll go first. I am wrapping up the last wave of auras for sure right now. So if you haven't gotten any of your stuff, any shipping information, I'm probably gonna hit you up with shipping information like within the next couple of days. And then I think I'll just take a break from auras for a while because I'm doing dynamic little dusties right now, my 3D printed dust effects right now. And then I'm actually ahead of schedule right now. I know last week I estimated that like each batch would take me like 2 weeks. I am through batch 4 right now. So, but I don't want to make any promises, dude. Again, I'm moving this month, and I don't know if I can keep up the same schedule of like constantly running this printer and then like carving out time to process these and stuff. So I'm just happy to be ahead of schedule right now. Right now, there's 18 batches in total so far, and I'm up to batch 4. I've collected shipping information for batches 1 through 3, and I should have those shipping out within the next couple of days as well. So if there's only a couple of people that haven't hit me back up, if you're listening, check like your message requests on like Facebook and Instagram. It may have been filtered there because there's a couple of people that I hit up that like we have never spoken in DMs before. That it might just be filtered or something like that. But yeah, also super cool. Next week I'll be appearing on another podcast, friends of the show's Titan Masters, baby. It's a super cool podcast about kaiju photography. It's got all the kaiju greats on it, baby. It's got Figure Mania show. It's got kaiju production. It's got Akira Joe. It's got all the greats, baby. Very excited to be on it. They reached out to me and they wanted to have me on. I'm like, sick. I don't really take a lot of kaiju photos, but I'm happy to be on. So yeah, man. They're good. They do a segment of their show called like Ask the Masters, where it's basically, just a long format, what to grind on, which is super great. And as a matter of fact, our guest from last week, Diego Carlo, Black Symbiote, was on their last Ask the Masters episode as well. And apparently a lot of people, and like it was really great. A lot of people really loved it. And yeah, check out Titan Masters. Just for the fact that like it's a really great show. Their intro is super clean, dude. Their intro is like really nice. I really admire their intro. And of course, like, everybody on the panel is super tight. And then catch me on there next week as well. It airs on Saturday, but I guess we're not filming it on Saturday. I think we're filming it Friday. But yeah, man, catch me on Titan Masters next week. Give them a follow. Big shout out to those guys. And that's it.
Very dope. Very dope. Everyone can follow me, Instagram, Fobster360, here on YouTube, Fobster, talking Mezco every Monday, live, 5 p.m. Pacific time. Also stay tuned to my channel for some more, Mezco stuff, especially post-MezcoCon coming up. Some reviews I'm working on, some like year-end recap type stuff. So a lot of good stuff to stay tuned to on my channel. And then it hasn't been officially announced, so I won't do it here, but in a few Thursdays, I may be unboxing some stuff with a friend. So,
oh, very nice. Cool.
Let's hope Boog sends me out that Hawk P40 so I can have
some. You know what? I meant to mention that when you mentioned it before. I literally just opened the box today, but I didn't open the box. I was just kind of looking in there to see what was in there or whatever. So I did plan to actually do it today, but I got caught up just again trying to get my shit together for tomorrow or whatever. So Monday, first thing Monday, I'll ship it out to you for sure.
No worries. Hopefully I'll have that and maybe like Red Death Doc Knock. And it's in a few weeks. Again, hasn't been announced, but very excited for it. That's about it for me. Yeah.
Hell yeah. Real quick, before you do yours, Boog, Lightspeed hit us with 5 as well. He said, sorry I haven't dropped in lately. Got a new job. Yo, congratulations, my friend. Hell yeah.
Congrats, dude.
He said, but I always catch the replay. Much love. Thank you, dude. Hell yeah.
Thank you.
And thank you to everybody catching us on the replay as well. All right, Boog, what you got? What you got going on?
I am going to be finishing up the reviews for the figures from the AOA Colossus Build-A-Figure Wave. I think I want to take a casual look at Nova and She-Hulk as well, probably like quick, like little 5-minute overviews or whatever of those. And I'm looking forward to hopefully getting one of my Sentinels within a week or so. I don't know. I actually did call Hasbro yesterday and spoke to someone, and they informed me that I meant to record the conversation too. I was gonna like put it up. Not as any like
whoa,
shit.
That's a federal offense in some states, brother.
Not on some gotcha shit. Just on some like, just spread it out there.
Yeah, spread the information. Yes.
Yeah, but she said, the young lady that I spoke to, the woman that I spoke to said that all of the Sentinels are in the warehouse, and they're shipping them out every single day, literally every day. But they're basically it's just basically taking a lot longer than they expected. She was able to give me the tracking information for all of my Sentinels based on my order number or whatever. But she did explain that everything was shipping separately. So you're not going to get an order with multiple Sentinels at once. They're going to be, shipping out separately, unfortunately. So I did get the tracking information. I was able to plug that into my FedEx app on the phone or whatever, I guess. So it's there now. I guess it'll update when there is some movement. But as of right now, it's in the warehouse, all 3 of my Sentinels. So I would
They're
advise
shipping
you.
them all out individually, so you're getting 3 shipments of a single Sentinel.
Exactly. That's wild. So yeah, my advice would be, if you haven't at the very least gotten shipping information, because apparently they have slapped the shipping labels on all of them. It's just a matter of getting them shipped out, according to how she explained it. At least that's how I understood it. So yeah, you can actually call or email, and at the very least get the pack and slip number or shipping number or whatever the case may be. So at least you can know and like try to track it or whatever. So
True. You know what? You know what's probably happening with that? It's just like they've probably, when they were figuring out like all the shipping and stuff, like they didn't account. Like it's probably more. It's probably like less expensive to ship them out one by one versus curating, like having a ton of different boxes that can house like different Sentinels, because it looks like the box it comes in, like there's no like pallet, like big box. So for instance, like in GameStop, like whenever we would get systems, there's usually like 3 systems per box or whatever. So like but these Sentinels, it looks like they just all ship in their own box, and the only exception is like maybe like when they come in like off the freight or whatever, they're in like one giant pallet or something. There's there's no like middle ground of like a box containing 3 Sentinels or whatever. And I feel like that's like a shipping nightmare if somebody just orders 2, but then like somebody orders 3. Like how do you, like fiscally, like how do you, average all that stuff out? It just seems like the easiest thing for them to do is just like one by one, which does suck. but I guarantee you that's probably what's happening over there.
And what I was gonna say too, she did specify that too, that it's so massive that there was no other way to do it, basically. Which so yeah,
Bodes well for Galactus.
well, that's true. You're being funny, but not really being funny, because that's true. Because most people,
it's even bigger. I mean, there's no question it's gonna even be more of a hassle,
Right, but you're not expecting. Most people aren't going to be expecting multiple Galactus.
That's true. Yeah, that's true.
So at least when you get that, it'll be done, and hopefully, whatever the situation is with these knees and these ratchets and whatever, we didn't get to talk about that either. But there was another video up this week of somebody kind of like taking a leg apart and showing that there were ratcheted joints in there, but that something was just not working, like it needed a washer or something else in there to be a little more secure and sturdy or whatever. So I mean, if you have any like base level engineering prowess, then you could probably fix your shit. But I mean, pretty unacceptable for a $350 piece, though. You know what I'm saying?
Sure.
Without any like immediate fix. We know that, like, I don't know, like when Hot Toys or some shit has some issue or something like that, they send you out some shit, right? So I don't know. I've been holding back like my full like wrath of Boog and like judgment on the shit, because I don't even have it in hand. You know what I'm saying? So I'll wait till I actually get to really like sit with it and like, review it, basically, to give my final kind of synopsis on it all. So
Sure.
Look out for that in 2022.
Basically.
Awesome.
Yeah.
Well,
Sonic.
that's it, right?
Yeah. Sonic Rockman X brings up that, hey, friend of the show, first time, long time. Sonic
Long
Rockman
time,
X.
first time,
Yeah,
really.
long time, first time, basically. He also brings up that it's still not like a 100% solution. That like washer type deal. Like I feel like it's like him and Robo, they've put out like videos, but they're all just like soft solutions, like basically like wrapping your 360 in a towel. That joke fell flat. Nobody here plays video games. Fuck it, whatever.
I did want to say that I think we missed a super chat from Bo Biggs earlier. Did we
Shit,
get
yeah,
to it?
he did. He did donate $20. No message though, but as always, man, thank you so much, dude.
Bo Biggs is one of the all-time greats.
Thank you.
Yeah, that's it. Yeah, Boog, take us out, baby. Let's go.
All right. So thank you to everybody who sat with us for 2 hours as we sped through this episode. I think it was a pretty good showing from us, though, to get
Yeah.
things.
Thank God we were able to shave off a whole hour and a half without Rick.
Oh, no.
It's all him that takes it up.
Yeah, it's
his
exactly.
fault. But yeah, thanks to everybody who donated, who listened. Please don't forget to rate, comment, and subscribe. Hit that bell down there. And until next time, peace.
Goodbye.
Bye.